Hello, today and for the ongoing year I will be playing Persona 3, 4 and 5 every single day. We started Persona 3 since that's the Persona game that starts the earliest. On April 6th, which just so happens to be today's date. I will pick hard on every one of the games since that's the hardest difficulty for me, as Merciless seems to just make weaknesses hit for more and isn't actually hard in difficulty. We start the game with finding our main character traveling his way to his storm room and doing normal things like walk through a train station, it turning to nighttime instantly after seeing the sunshine, finding loads of blood, find upstanding coffins, you know, usual everyday stuff. And as you know, if you sign into a dorm, you find a mysterious teleporting kid who asks you to sign a contract.
It's a contract.
Oh, and did I mention we're following the story of John Doe, who can be multiple characters in 3 different storylines. Then we meet our 2 first characters, Mitsuru and Yukari. Oh, sorry, Takeba. And with that totally normal first day, like a normal day, we end it. So good night and I'll see you tomorrow. Literally. For day 2, not a lot of stuff happened. We start our first school day.
Well, here we are.
We meet our mommy, I mean teacher, where we find some very vague information about our past and fate of our parents. We listen to a boring principal speech. We meet a friendly student called Junpei, get into a vague conversation about... actually, never mind.
What?
As I said at the start, this is a pretty boring day. Nothing really happened, so... good night and I'll see you tomorrow. Another day blooms and I'm still a quizmaster.
Exactly.
We meet the chairman Shuji, who has just the absolute best jokes, and like all of the best jokes, it's always better when you have to explain it.
Get it?
He doesn't only bring fun jokes, he also brings brilliant exposition. Welcome to the introduction of the Dark Hour.
You could say it's the hidden hour.
The Dark Hour is a hidden hour between 12 and 1 AM, which only happens to a select few. And guess what? We're one of the select few.
See, he's retained his human form.
Wouldn't be much of a game if the main protagonist didn't have some sort of power, huh? Anyway, to end the day, we meet the delightful Igor, master of the Velvet Room, and his partner Elizabeth. Welcome to an eventful day 4. First, we do like a good honor student would and deny the thought of even sleeping during class, preposterous thinking from Junpei. We walk with Junpei to Polonia Mall after school, where we will be doing a lot of our shopping at a later date.
And there's that club over there. Not that I've ever done it myself.
After a long day of not sleeping in class, we get to sleep at home. Once asleep, we hear what I heard last night.
You're not gonna believe it. This thing is huge.
Sorry. We get woken up by a loud noise during the dark hour where Takeba runs into our room and gives us a short sword. I wonder where she was keeping that with no pockets. We finally get to safety on the roof, where we get greeted by a grafted shadow who basically forces us to commit Sudoku to unlock our... This is also where we hear our favorite new line. I am thou, thou art I. Look at that, our persona. I am Orpheus. I don't, what is that? Oh dear God. That's right, it's the legendary John Doe, now in Persona 5. We start this game while walking down the street, finding a mysterious eye app that we instantly delete. Then we start heading to our new home. By new home, I mean we had to move because we interfered in some business that was, well, none of our business. Anyway, we meet our caretaker Sojo Sakura, who introduces us to our room, where we'll be spending all of our nights. Oh. That's weird, the app is back on my phone. Anyway, I'm sure that won't come up again. Time to delete it. We doze off and get to meet Caroline and Justine, the keepers of our mind prison. Oh, and Igor. His voice sure has changed. Weird.
The state of this room reflects the state of your own heart. To think a prison would appear as such.
We get to go to the school that we're gonna start in tomorrow. Here we meet our principal and our homeroom teacher. Oh, I forgot to mention the plot of this game. There are these mental shutdowns in a lot of different people whose mind suddenly shuts down, causing them to die. If that didn't make any sense, that's because we've just started the game. We know nothing yet. We end the day by writing in our diary before we go to bed. Oh, and it seems the app has reappeared. That's so annoying. And where we go down in number, we also go down in graphics. Welcome to Persona 4, the only of the last 2 games that hasn't gotten a revamp in almost a decade. That doesn't mean it's any less great though. We get to meet our favorite big-nosed guy. Sorry for the body shaming.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
We also get to meet his partner, Elizabeth. No wait, she's Margaret in this game.
Do you believe in fortune telling?
My personal opinion with fortune telling is believing it works in real life is less believable than the setting of every Persona game.
Each reading is done with the same cards, yet the result is always different. Life itself follows the same principles, doesn't it?
Okay, that's a nice way to look at it. It feels weird to look at this. I know sex sells, but like, she looks 15. You see, that's funny because she is, which makes it that much more creepy for me to watch this commercial. We finally get to meet this game's version of John Doe. Now that's a trio. We are currently traveling because since our parents got a new job, we had to move with them. Only thing is, we can't stay with them, which is why we're staying at our uncle.
I'm your mother's younger brother.
Oh,
Here's my
and
daughter.
our adorable cousin Nanako.
Hello. Hey, you dropped this.
We'll be staying at their house for the next year. Dojima has a very important job, so he leaves Nanako alone for most of her time at home, which has made her probably the most responsible little girl in the world.
I already brought it in.
She also really loves a jingle.
Every day's great at your Tunes. Every day's great at your Tunes.
We get a weird dream when going to bed. I'm sure it doesn't have a big importance. First day of school means we get to have the most normal breakfast ever. Curry. Now we just have to find our way there, which means we get to go this way. No wait. This way. No wait. This way? No wait. No. No. Yes, finally. Oh, look who's back. It's the goddamn app again. Now all I need to do is delete. Oh, who's this?
Good morning. You want me to give you a ride to school?
Oh wow, what a nice teacher. I sure hope he doesn't turn out to be a predator or anything.
Damn it! Screw that pervy teacher.
Pervy teacher? Who? Ah, I'm sure it's just this guy who has a subjective problem with someone.
Me out to Kamoshida.
Kamoshida? I wonder who he's talking about.
In that car just now.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he looked nice.
From Shujin.
Shujin? Who?
You messing with me?
Oh wow, what a weird route to get to just to go to a school. Have to go through alleys and shit. Kinda weird, but I guess he's gone this way multiple times. So it can't be that weird. Now all we need to do is just get to the school and... Wow, this school looks exactly like a castle. Interesting choice of design.
We didn't come the wrong way though. Where's the school?
I wonder what he means. This is the school. Duh. Oh wow, the students here really like to dress up, huh? Way different from our previous school. And man, the stunts are incredible. It's almost like they're not students at all. But that would be weird since this is a school.
Damn it!
The school has prison cells? Incredible.
You Kamoshida?
Kamoshida? Who's that? Clearly someone with no fashion senses. I mean, who'd wear a crown that small? Okay, jokes aside, welcome to Personas. Oh wow, that looked painful. Thank God we're not on fire. Oh, come on! Say hello to our persona, the rebel within us. Arson! Who said that? Oh look, it's a cat!
I am not a cat. Say that again and I'll make you regret it.
Fine, I guess we need a cat-looking
I am
thing.
not a cat.
He looked like he knows something. We get seen by an enemy shadow and deal with them swiftly to continue our escape from this castle. Once we're out, we get caught by two police officers who thinks we're on drugs.
doing any drugs.
I know. What would give them that idea?
We were trying to get to school, and we ended up at this weird castle.
Huh.
You seem so
That's
carefree,
weird.
Yamato.
That guy looked like the guy in the car. And the one with the bad fashion sense.
Shut up.
Small world.
It's your fault that
We finally get to class where we get to introduce ourselves. And since school is school, the rumors begin.
He seems quiet, but I bet when he loses it.
Yay, the memories of public school.
Did you catch that? Those two know each other? He hit on her.
We get formally introduced to Ryuji,
Ryuji.
who
Normie,
instantly
alright?
becomes our first friend at this new school. What an eventful fucking day. I'm sure tomorrow won't be nearly as long, right? I did say
Okay,
she was
let's
very
eat.
responsible. She
I
has to
can
make her
toast
own
bread
breakfast.
and cook.
We walk with Nanako to school, as I don't know the way.
Keep going straight from here.
We get to meet
Alright,
just
shut
the
your
absolute
traps.
best teacher that no one has
I'm
any complaints
Kiichiro
about. None at all.
Yeah, it's King Moron. This sad sack like yesterday's garbage. And
He
he's
can
just
also
as much of a
definitely handle when
loser.
someone talks back.
You're on my shit list.
What an amazing fella. We finally get to sit down. We get the seat next to our first friend.
He's the worst, huh?
Something happens at the school and we have to go home. We walk home with Chie and Yukiko, where we meet a strange looking dude who wants to go out with Yukiko.
Wanna go hang out somewhere?
I'm not judging, that's just literal description. He doesn't even go to the same school.
What school's he from?
And he simply can't take no for an answer without getting offended.
I'm not going.
Fine.
I think
We
our
start
dyed
talking
clothes
about
are
what there is to
pottery or
do
something.
around
It's
here.
kinda famous.
We also learned that Yukiko's parents owns an inn in
Oh,
town.
wait! And there's the Yamagi Inn!
I also forgot to mention the plot of this game. There's murders happening around town. Currently, there's only been one. But
A dead
spoiler
body
alert,
showed
there
up
will be
around
more.
here.
And also something about an antenna.
That hanging from an antenna.
The deceased has been identified. The body was found hanging from a large television antenna.
Oh. Oh, I see. She was hanging from an antenna. Odd. Anyway,
Every day's great at your Junes. You memorized it already?
using public transport
You mean
means
that
we
one
get
with
to
the red
overhear
ribbon?
some
I guess
excellent
so.
logic.
She's so thin. It's not fair. I've got my hair in a ponytail too.
Being in a new school means we get to know what perverts, teachers to avoid. Creep. We finally get to see what the self-redownloading phone app does. It's a navigation app that lets us go to another dimension. Or in this case, we get to go to a castle. We also get to look dope as hell for whatever it is we're doing. And Ryuji is totally jealous.
I ain't jealous. I'll reveal your true form.
Oh, by the by, we get to unlock the most powerful, most insane, most intense experience no one's ever felt before. We get a gun. Oh, and Smash Bros fans, don't think I forgot about you. A great mechanic in this game is all-out attack.
What was that super move thing you just did?
We get to a large torture chamber where Ryuji wants to memorize all of their faces. After all of the memorization, we get to leave. Oh god, they found us. This'll be easy. 3 enemies. Oh god, they don't stop coming. This looks impossible with just the 2 of us.
I am thou.
Good thing we're 3.
What troublemakers? Why have I lost?
After that easy battle, we finally get to leave.
Haven't been sleeping well lately. Whenever I close my eyes, I keep thinking about too many things.
Ugh, trauma dumping. We get to meet Yosuke on the way to school in a calm and orderly fashion. He reminds us of what happened the day before with the first
Dangling
murder.
a dead body over a roof like that? That's just messed up. Then again, it's pretty messed up to kill someone in the first place.
Yosuke treats us to eat at his family's chain.
Dad was assigned to manage it.
He sees a girl he has a crush on and goes to talk to her. She comes over and we have a nice talk about how great Yosuke is.
You gotta tell him right to his face when he starts to annoy you.
Dojima finally gets to spend the night at the and he's passed out. Poor Nanako.
No?
We watch the news and find, well, just the absolute best reporter ever.
Did you have some personal business to take care of?
He interviews a familiar face. Think I totally forgot to mention, in this game there's something called the Midnight Channel. Apparently the rumors are that if you look into your TV on a rainy night, you get to see your soulmate. Honestly, I don't know if I believe in soulmates, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. Maybe the rumors just are true, no? Well, is something gonna happen? Or, just because I don't believe in soulmates doesn't mean you can't. Believe in whatever. But maybe if I... No. But what if? I'm sure it won't work. What in the... Oh god, the best line is back. I'm sure I was just hallucinating. Yes, that's it. What in the... Oh dear god! Never getting tired of that.
Are you okay?
We get to watch an absolutely smashing game of volleyball. We spent all of the day going around to different people Ryuji memorized from yesterday to see if anyone will spill the beans and then getting tortured during the practice. And as luck would have it, absolutely no luck. We get to know why Ryuji knows An.
She's been like that since middle school.
More about her tomorrow. Oh, by the way, just so you don't think I'm just saying it, I really am playing all of the latest Persona games each and every day. Here's some proof too.
Sorry.
A new day blooms and we're heading towards the school. We meet Chie on the way. She briefly mentions the Midnight Channel, but says she'll talk about it when we meet the others. Fun fact, the year before 1 AD is 1 BC. More fun facts tomorrow. Chie starts talking about the Midnight Channel.
Last night? I did. I seriously saw a girl. But
Yeah, she saw a girl. I don't know what's confusing about that, Chie. Gosh. She starts describing her soulmate, which is the same person Yosuke saw. Weird coincidence. I start explaining what exactly happened to me last night and they don't believe me.
Were you that tired last
We
night?
go to Junes to look at TVs since Chie's parents are looking to buy a bigger one. They decide to mock me by proving to me that I was just dreaming yesterday.
Nope, can't get in.
I am 100% sure it wasn't a dream. See?
Is his arm in the TV?
I told you! Yosuke almost pees himself. And of course, it always helps to hold it in by running around frantically and accidentally knocking us all into the TV.
What is this place? Some place inside Junes?
But damn, this fog's so thick I
We
can
move through the fog and end up in a random bedroom.
Can you guys slow down a little?
As we turn around, we find an odd scene. The entire room is full of posters of a woman from TV. The posters are all scratched out and the walls are covered in blood marks. There's also a chair right under a rope hanging from the ceiling. That's a good sign.
Arrangement is never good.
Yeah, I guess Yosuke is right. We leave the room and come back to the starting area, and something evil and vile comes out from the fog. It's a bear?
What is this thing? Monkey? Bear?
Who are you guys?
And it can talk? That's it, I'm going home.
Someone's been throwing people in here.
Looks like we were in there for quite a while.
Yosuke reminds us of the poster we saw in the bedroom after the fog.
Misuzu Hiragi. She's been all over the news lately.
Ooh, looks like mysteries are afoot. We decide to head back home where we find Dojima and Nanako sitting by the table. Dojima asks us about Yosuke's crush and mentions to us that she's disappeared.
But the police investigation
The investigation of the dead woman hanging from the antenna has informed us that she was staying at the inn that Yukiko's parents own. We then get some very sus behavior from the other news anchor.
The manager's teenage daughter also works there. If that happens, she'll be one of the youngest managers on record. I should book another trip there.
That's a weird reason to want to go somewhere. Just before the announcer was found dead, she was apparently staying at the Amaki Inn and Yosuke's crush disappeared.
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
Yeah, Class D's nuts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that.
Dragging these nuts across your... No, I'm sorry. Cut that out. We hear a familiar voice, and it turns out to be Morgana, who has come into reality.
This is just what happened when I came to this world.
Wait,
You came to our world? You hearing this?
Meow, 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 meow. Just kidding. Only we can hear him in the real world, as we have been inside the metaverse.
In a busy time like this?
Morgana tells us that if we try and fix Kamoshida and make him confess his sins, he might die.
If they're not given proper
But I mean, is that really so bad? Spoiler alert, he's done forceful sexual, physical and mental abuse to dozens of people over many years. So, fuck him, I'd say.
Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye. Will you please give it a rest? I told you I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher? This has nothing to do with Shiho. Shiho's starting position.
Remember yesterday when I mentioned we would get to know more about An? We meet her on the way home. She refuses to talk to us and starts to run away, where we quickly run after her. We catch up to her and go to a cafe together, where she talks about her situation.
It was just an argument. You've heard the rumors, haven't you, about Mr. Kamoshida? Everyone says we're getting it on. That's so not true. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've had enough of this. I hate him. She's all I have left of that sorry excuse of a school.
Suzui, are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I have to go.
On.
The day starts off with a horrific sight, a body hanging from a telephone pole. We get to school and gets called into a school assembly. Our principal Dumbledore begins to speak and mentions that Yosuke's crush has passed. Or, well, fallen?
Announcement for all of you. Ms. Saki Konishi has passed away.
She died the same way as that announcer, right? So creepy. Well, last time it was from an antenna.
I think the girl on the screen was Saki-senpai.
Yosuke thinks it was his crush that was in the Midnight Channel last night. And we get a theory that people who appear on the Midnight Channel on rainy nights dies the day after.
Ms. Yamano might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
People who appear on that TV die?
So we head to Junes and go back inside the television.
You guys came.
We find the bear again, who thinks it's us who are throwing the victims into the television.
Throwing people in here. It's making this world more and more messed up.
And what's with that stupid costume? I'd say it's time you showed your face.
So no head?
It's empty inside.
Relatable. We learn that the bear's name is Teddy and that he can make glasses that makes us see through the fog. Teddy leads us to a road that looks exactly like the one we shop on.
What is this place? Looks just like the shopping district.
We go to the liquor store that Yosuke's crush's family works at, where there's a weird red and black portal.
What could have happened?
Teddy warns us that shadows are going to appear. And you know what that means.
I never had the chance to
Ooh,
say
this is gonna be
I
good.
always wanted to
Ooh,
tell Hana
yeah?
Me?
that he was a real pain in the ass.
I'm sorry about that, Yosuke. A weird version of Yosuke appears and says things that the real Yosuke would never say in real life.
That's not true.
It turns into a shadow that we have to fight. So, yeah, give me a sec. We come back to real life and Chie gets mad at us since she was frightened for our well-being.
At a side? Wow, you're looking gorgeous in that kimono. You must have had a lot of male visitors.
Okay, what the fuck kind of question is that, interviewer? We look into the TV before bed and sees a familiar shadow figure. Welcome to another great day of school where we will be learning a lot of different things. Like Morgana, and people are gonna have so much fun today, nothing's gonna happen. What is happening?
Wait,
Wait, what?
Suzui?
Shiho?
I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore.
Suzui. She was called out by Mr. Kamoshida. Wasn't just me or Suzui either. Nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them.
We just received a call from the hospital. Suzui's in a coma, and her chances of recovery are slim.
Shady. Sorry, I don't have a lot of jokes today. It's kind of a serious topic. We decide to head into the metaverse, but it seems we have a stalker.
You really are.
Oh, never mind. It's just on.
Doing something on their phone?
She somehow comes with us into the palace, and we have to get her out.
Takamaki?
It is time to become the wild card. Like the previous two games, we will be able to have multiple personas that increase the further into the game we go.
As a persona?
An somehow comes back inside and gets captured by two of Kamoshida's henchmen.
What's up with this app?
Princess!
But, I forget that chick's name. But it's your fault she jumped, you know.
And that's a list of fucked up things he said.
You were so reluctant to throw yourself onto me that I had her take your place.
An awakens to her persona Carmen.
You're right. No more holding back.
We deal with Kamoshida's henchmen and return to the real world. Welcome to the team, An.
Which one you want?
What about me?
Huh? But you're a cat.
I really am talking to a cat.
Wee woo, cymbal alarm. Wee
What a
woo.
girl. She's captured my heart.
We get home to the big softy. Chie enters the classroom with absolute panic as she hasn't heard from Yukiko all day. But as she calls her again, she picks up, so thank God. As we want to speak with Teddy, we call him over, but he bites me. To end this actually short day, we watch the Midnight Channel and... what in the...
Good evening! Tonight, Princess Yukiko has a big surprise. I'm gonna go score myself a hot stud, and I came prepared. I've got my lacy unmentionables on, stacked from top to bottom. I'm out to catch a whole harem, and the best of the lot is gonna be all mine.
We overhear a conversation about a doctor where we live and decide to go check on it later. We get to class and listen to a lecture. We get distracted and fear that something will be thrown at us, so of course we oh, guess my reflexes are slow. Ouch. As we need to gear up, Ryuji knows the perfect place, and as we need to heal, we also need to go meet the doctor we heard about.
Just the place.
We go to meet Dr. Gothmami. Not again, sorry. What I meant to say was we go to the doctor to get some medicine.
I'll prescribe you some medication.
We overhear Tai Takemi talk with a stranger about her developing experimental drugs, which she completely denies. Quick, he saw us! Run away!